Got the music, there's how. So good evening and welcome to Relaxation Duvet Yoga. You will need, as per usual, a band maybe, a lot of these things is maybe, a band, your blocks, an eye pillow if you've got it, it'd be great, a duvet, and we're going to fold the duvet lengthways, and then lengthways again, and then over, so we make a bit of a bolster. And then we've got 2 pillows, or more if you need it, blocks if you need it. Also tonight we're going to need 3 towels, and with these, depending on where they're going, we're folding them long ways in half, and then we're rolling them into little sausages. So those we'll need, but don't worry if you haven't done it now. We'll do them again at the end when we need them. For now we're going to need our bolsters to lift us up, and we're going to take it into what's it called? I forgot what it's called. Circle of Joy. My brain, too late at night now. So bringing ourselves over. We're going to bring ourselves up and sit down into hero's pose. Again, if you need to, you find that it's hurting your feet at the back, so this area here, you can always bring your towels and place them underneath so that they rest your foot on it, so you find it too much. The same thing you can do if you find at the back of your leg it hurts. You can put them in between the knee joints, and again that gives a little bit of rest if it feels too much there. So we're sitting in hero, which will tilt our pelvis backwards. So if we imagine our pelvis is like a dish of water, we're going to tilt it forward so that all the water will drain out at the front. And we're bringing our shoulders down. We're closing our eyes. And we're just going to breathe. We're not going to change our breath. We're just going to notice our breath. I'm just letting Karina in. So we're just letting our body relax down. Just noticing where the breath comes in and where the breath leaves out. Hi Karina, if you want, stay where you are. We're bringing ourselves and we're sitting on our pillow and our mat, and we're sitting in a hero's pose, making sure that our pelvis tilts forward, and we're just bringing ourselves here. It doesn't matter where you breathe or how you breathe. I don't want you to change what you're doing, I just want you to notice it. I just want you to make sure that your face muscles are relaxed, that your jaw's relaxed, your shoulders are relaxed. There's no tension in the stomach or the bum. You're not pushing your feet into the floor, gripping your shoulders anywhere. Everything's just relaxing now. Thoughts come into your head, just acknowledge them, let them go. Just don't go with them. Just following the path of your breath. See whether it comes up for nose or does it come in the mouth? You feel it as it touches the back of the throat, tonsils. You feel it going down, right down into the lungs, branching out. You're taken into the blood, being passed around the body. All the way to the fingers and the toes, all the way to the head. And then following its return, picking up anything that's not supposed to be there, any rubbish that needs to be gotten rid of, any aches, any pain, any stresses, any worries. Comes back into the lungs. And as you're breathing out, feel it coming up through the back of the lungs, through the windpipe, through the back of the mouth, out through the nose or the mouth. We're just going to let our chin drop towards our chest. And we're just going to roll our head side to side, not all the way round. Bringing the ear towards the shoulder and then letting it drop and roll all the way to the other shoulder. Let the weight of the head just take the head round. Feel it pulling through them muscles, stretching. Breathing in as you're lifting it up. Bring it back to center once we're even on both sides. Then roll the head back up. We're going to let the chin lift and we're going to look as if we're watching a tennis match in the sky. There should be no pressure, no pain on the front of the neck. There should be no pinching at the back. We don't want to take it back so far that we feel a crunch or we feel any pain. Everything should feel still nice and relaxed. Just feeling that stretch through the front of the neck, down through the chest, through the arms, up through the face. Again, breathing in as we're moving our head. Breathing out as we're kind of looking over our shoulder. Making sure we've always got control of that neck. We're not just letting the head drop back. much a bit even. Let's bring that head back to centre and bring it back down. So we're going to bring our hands, starting with our little finger, the right little finger at the bottom. We're going to tilt the pelvis under, push forward, breathe out. As you're breathing in, lift the arms, tilt the pelvis backwards, reach the arms back. Breathe out, reach over to the side. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, reach round the other side. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, twist. Breathe in, bring it back. Breathe out, twist to the other side. Breathe in, bring it back, and we're bringing them arms down as you're breathing in, and as you breathe out, bring the pelvis back to natural. Bring the hands into prayer. So we're going to take it on the left side, left little finger down, breathing out, pushing forward. Oh dear. What's happened there? Sorry, I don't know what happened. Too many grandchildren in the house playing. Oh, I'm muted. Oh dear. Sorry. Can you hear me? Yep. Don't know, I got kicked out. It's too many grandchildren on a Friday night. They're all on their phones and computers. They're knocking me out every Friday they do this. Okay. So, right, let's go again. So, left little finger at the bottom this time. Move over slightly. Tuck the pelvis under, breathe out. Breathe in, lift. Reach back. Breathe out, reaching over to the side. Now remember, if you lose me, we're going to do 2 more of these. So even if you lose me, you just carry on. And I will jump back in as soon as I can. I should have banned them for an hour. They're not allowed to use the computer. Breathe out, take it to the side. Bring it back to centre. Take it round the other side. So that this will work in that way. You'll feel it through the hips as well. Breathe in, reach back. And breathe out, bring it back. And the hips should move as well. So, right finger, here we go. Without me talking, work with the hips. Turn sideways. Last one. from here we're going to bring it up and we're going to bring ourselves into down dog, but we're going to stay in down dog for quite a long time. We're going to try and rest our head. So from our hands and knees, we're tucking our toes, we're lifting our bum, and we're trying to rest our head down into the pillows. Now if you need to, get a block, get extra cushions, place it under your head so that your head is relaxing down. So there's more weight into the head. You can kind of relax the arms, or you can push back with the hands. You can try walking one leg and the other. Bring them in closer. Keep them wide. It's up to you how you feel, but you're staying here, letting your body relax down. So remember, the wider the legs are, the easier it will make it. Now we're thinking about our breathing. So it's not the top of the head, it's kind of just the forehead is relaxing down. Now with our breathing, we're thinking about our breathing, imagining us standing up, but this is the opposite way. As you're breathing in, trying to fill the lungs from the bottom to the top. Now we're going the opposite way. It's sort of more like we're breathing from the top to the bottom. Now we're going to come down and out of this, but keeping our head down. Bringing ourselves into a child position on top of our blankets. We are going to take ourselves up again, but because it's an upside down, we just want to make sure that we're okay. So while you're here, just have a think, how do I feel? Do I feel sick? If you do, then you don't do it again. You just stay here, stay in child position and let your body relax down, but still think about how the breathing is affecting you. So we're going to take ourselves up again if you want to, again you don't have to. We're letting our feet tuck under, we're lifting our butt, and we're placing our head down. Our legs can be wide or they can be together. And we're thinking about our breathing, how it feels, how different it might feel in this position. How everything is kind of upside down. So it might be harder to actually breathe into the belly in this position. If you need to, remember, come down, come out. You can always go back up again. The feeling of your spine going in the opposite direction. All day it's been pushed the head downwards. This is giving the spine a little bit of a drop down and a push into the opposite direction. And then we're bringing it back down. Let yourself relax down in child position so that you're lying on top of your cushions, letting your legs drop out to the side. From here we're breathing into the back of our body. Letting our eyes close, letting our head relax, turning the head to the side if that feels nice. As long as you can feel your breathing. Making sure everything feels nice and relaxed. You're not gripping anything tight. Your pelvic floor is relaxed. Your abdominal muscles are relaxed. Your shoulders are relaxed. You should feel as if your shoulder blades are rolling out to the side of the body. Your head's turned to one side, you're going to take your head and turn your head to face it in the opposite direction. Now whichever way you turned your head is usually your dominant side, and that's the way that you like to sleep. When you turn it in the opposite direction, you'll find that it's usually the tighter side of the two, and hence our body will take us to the most comfortable side. But we still have to work the muscles, let them relax. Now you feel again this tenseness through the shoulders. Try to breathe into the shoulder blades, let the body relax down. Make sure everything's relaxed, there's no tightness. Again, it doesn't matter how you breathe. Just breathe and examine where's that breath going. Where does it feel like it's moving into? Where do I want it to move into? About moving. Just going to wiggle our bum a little bit. And then move our shoulders a little bit. Bring our hands underneath our shoulders and push ourselves up using our hands. Walk our hands back. And we're sitting into hero's pose. So from here, we're going to take it into pigeon, so working our thighs. We're keeping our two pillows and we're taking our duvet. We're bringing the one down and the one up. It depends on which way you want to do it, it's up to you. We're going to bring our one leg on top of the pillow. We're going to try and bring our foot, our other foot, round the side so that it tucks underneath if it has to. We're bringing this cushion in. We're letting ourselves lie down. So we're coming into a pigeon pose. So you can bring the leg in so that the leg just comes underneath and it sits to the side, so it can be on the side, so I've turned sideways. So you can just bring it in so it's here and the foot lies on top. And then you're bringing your body down and resting. Turn the other way. have your leg in and rest your body down. So you can be here, but eventually what you'd want is to get the foot to go out to the side and then lie down. So it's wherever you can go, whichever position. And again, if you need to, stick a block underneath your head. If you feel that you need to pad yourself up a little bit more. Let your arms drop to the side of your body so they're kind of in a cactus arm. I'm going to turn the other way so that they can see me on Insta. This is what I'm on about within my arms. So the arms are cactus, they're bent, so the elbows are flat on the floor. The hands and the palms are flat down. Now, whichever knee is bent up, you're trying to breathe into that lung. So as you're lying on it, you should feel yourself breathing into it. You also want to breathe into the hips, and you want to imagine the hips melting towards the floor every time you breathe out. Letting the hips just melt down. hands down so that the elbows lift off the floor. You're going to tuck your back toe, lift yourself up, and you're going to push into down dog. Taking the other foot back. So you're going to bring the leg up in the air, pull it in towards your chest, the other leg, bring it in, let yourself lie down, and do the other side. So if you want, what you could try here is humming and doing a hummingbird. Still trying to think about where the breath is coming in and going out. Not changing it, but just humming. Try that hum to go right down into the lower back. This is one of the best stretches if you suffer with sciatica. It's a great stretch for the sciatic nerve. your shoulders. Slide the hand under the shoulders, the elbows lift. Use the hands to push, tuck the toes, lift to down dog. Push back and bring yourself back down. So we're going to bring ourselves into frog pose. Now again, it's a killer on the hips, it opens the thighs. You're bringing your pads on top of each other. I'm going to go backwards so you can see what my feet are doing. And you may need your towels. You're bringing your feet so they're going out, toes down. Now you may need these underneath your knees to pad out your knees. Then you're bringing your padding underneath and dropping your body down. I'll do it from the front. Again, it's the feet sticking out to the side. You're pulling it right underneath. And then you're letting yourself drop down. You can again have a block. And put the block so that your head's resting on the block. Letting your arms come to anywhere they want to go, it doesn't matter. You can let your head go to the side as long as your nose has got a clear way. Now, this is right in between your thighs. Again, it opens up the hips. But at the same time, it's a back bend. We're trying to breathe right down as if somebody's pushing onto our bum, and we're feeling it right through the inside of the thighs, letting the hips drop down. If it gets too much for you, just push your legs into a straight position. You can always come back into it if it feels it's too much. To make sure you're not holding tension through the knees, pushing with the ankles, you're letting all the legs relax down.
if your head's gone one way naturally, try to take it the other way, just so that you give an equal stretch on both sides. Push our legs to straight so that we're bringing our knees back down, our feet flat. Stay here for a second. And then when you're ready, roll yourself up. So from where we are, with our padding, we can bring it down to in line with our hips. We're bringing the one leg straight, taking the arm out. We're going to bring the leg across the body and let it rest on the padding. But we want the other hand to stay, so we're going to change sides with this so you can see different. In line with our hips, one leg straight. We're bringing it up, bringing it across the body so that it's rested. The hand can go out, arm flat, and the hand here flat. You don't want the arm lifting up. You want to just keep the leg in line with the hip, but we're twisting through the body. If we want, we look away from the leg, but we don't have to. You can have the head looking up towards the ceiling, but make sure the chin's not lifting. We're pulling the chin down. Again, just following your breath. What's happening with the breathing? Where is it easy to breathe into? Where is it hard to breathe into? Making sure everything's relaxed, there's no tightness. Feeling the jaw, the head is tight. Feeling the shoulders, the fingers, the stomach, lower back, the bum. sure that you're not pulling your pelvic floor, that you're relaxing everything. You're not gripping your stomach in and letting your stomach go. This is the only time when I'll be telling you to not pull in your stomach and not pull up your pelvic floor. Just let everything relax. Just concentrating on the breath. Our heads turn to the side, we're going to bring it back to the centre, or even turn it so that it's in facing towards the knee. Let's wiggle our fingers, and turn our arms back and forward, bring our hands to our side, straighten that leg that's bent on top, and just let it roll and bring ourselves into corpse pose. So we're rolling back onto our back. We're going to change sides, so bringing our padding onto the other side of our body. Again, it's all in line with the hips. The legs closest to it is straight. We'll bring the opposite leg over the body. We're keeping the shoulder on the floor. You can turn the palms up or down, whichever feels better for you. Make sure the leg is in line about 90 degrees with the body, with the hips, so the hips are stacked on top of each other. The shoulders down on the floor. The head can turn away from the legs or look up to the ceiling, but don't have that chin up. Let the body relax. Again, check the tension, anything in the head, any tension in the stomach or the bottom, thighs. Try and just let it go. Thinking about where it's easy to breathe, where it's hard to breathe. But don't change it. Don't judge. Just let it be. Bring the hands down, one side of the body. Slide the foot down, roll over, back to corpse pose. Stay here for a few seconds, make sure that you feel okay before we take it into our last-ish one. So we're going to take it into our body ripple, but we can also sleep as well. We can put our thing over it. So we need our 3 towels. One's going to go under our ankles, one's going under our knees, and one's going under by our armpits. So if we fold them in half, and then you're rolling them into a donut, not a donut, into a sausage. Don't know the difference between my donuts and my sausages. A Cheerio. So one up there. One about there. Now with these, we're bringing the one and it's coming underneath our shoulders so that we can kind of do that with it. And we're lying on top of it like this. Our hands can be underneath or over the top. The other one is then going underneath our knees, and the last one is going underneath our ankles. Now our head should be on the floor, it shouldn't be lifted, and we don't want our chin sticking up, we want our chin down. If you want, like I said, grab your duvet if it's cold. Keep yourself warm. Now I will eventually get you to pull out all of these, and then we'll have a relaxation, a little bit more relaxation without these underneath. But what they're doing at the moment is they're pushing and lifting the chest up. Turn the palms over, let the shoulders roll back. Tuck that chin in. Let the feet and the shoulders relax. Let the hips relax. Let the knees relax. Again, watching the breath, not changing it, but just seeing where it's breathing in, where you're breathing out. As you're breathing in, how does it feel? Making sure everything's relaxed. The eyes and the eye sockets, the forehead's relaxed, jaws relaxed, the shoulders relaxed, the hips, the stomach relaxes. Not tensing anywhere. No tension in the palm of the thighs. Just watching where the breath's coming in, where the breath's going out. As you're breathing in, how does it feel? How does it feel as you're breathing out? Stay nice and relaxed. We're going to remove the towel from underneath our spines, underneath our back, by lifting ourselves up and just sliding it out, letting our body relax. We can use our foot to push the two from underneath our legs and let our body drop down. I'm going to bring us into relaxation. So again, if you want to, put your pillow under your head, cover yourself over with your blanket. I'm going to turn the lights off and turn the music up a little bit louder. There you aim. So we're going to let ourselves relax down. And I'm going to walk you through a visualization. Now some things don't work for everybody, so don't worry if this doesn't work for you. Just focus on your breathing. Focus on the music. I want you just to let the breathing come in through the nose, leave through everywhere it needs to. And I want you just to follow your breathing through a few breaths in, a few breaths out. Just checking the body and making sure there's no stress. Make sure you're warm. To imagine yourself standing on a beach. The day is warm and sunny. The sky above you is blue with a few little clouds. The sea in front of you is purples and blues and turquoise. It's so clear that you can see the fish swimming about. The sand is warm under your feet and it feels as if you're sinking down every time you stand. Feel the sun warm in your face as you lift your face up towards the sun. You can smell the salt from the sea. You can feel the breeze that's warming upon your skin. Feel safe and relaxed. And so you let yourself sit down to the sand. yourself lie down. As you breathe out, it feels as if your head sinks deeper down into the sand. With the next breath out, it feels as if the shoulders relax and sink deeper. And you feel the sand warm underneath the shoulder blades, and warm in the top of the spine. Your hands relax out to the side. You can feel the sand touching the back of your arm. And at the same time, the warmth of the sun on the front of the arm. With every breath out, the spine seems to drop down further and further into the sand, one vertebrae at a time. The shoulder blades of the chest seem to roll out to the side. The stomach falls down, as if it too wants to feel the warmth of the sand. The back of the hips and the bum seem to sink deeper and deeper down. The backs of the legs and the calves. And then the heels want to just dig in. And you feel secure and protected. Feeling the warmth of the earth coming up and touching the bones, seeping in through the back of the ankles and the back of the knees. The warmth comes to the base of the spine and it travels up the back, spreading out through the ribs into the shoulders and the arms. And that warmth heads up the neck. And you feel the heat running through the whole of the spine. And that heat radiates out from the bones into the muscles, through the muscles in your legs, through the muscles of the waist, through the chest, into the muscles of the arms and the shoulders. Feeling this heat radiating right the way through the body. And as the heat starts to penetrate the muscles, as if they become soft and supple, and just want to relax down. Feels as if they get warmer, they melt in with that sand. Becoming one with the earth. Feel the sun warm through the top of the chest of the body. And everything just relax. So stay nice and relaxed. Start to feel the movement through the toes. And working through the ankles. Feeling that movement into the knees. And into the hips. Into the lower back and the stomach. The upper back and the chest. The shoulders, down the arms, into the fingers. Into that neck and the head. Take your arms above your head, and as you breathe in, stretch your fingers in one direction, stretch your toes in the other. And as you have to breathe out, just let the body relax. Take another big deep breath in, reaching one arm and then the other arm, so that you feel the side ribs start to move. And again, when you need to breathe out, relax. Pull the knees up towards your chest. Rock round in a circle, feeling that stretch and massage and effect on the lower back. And then when you're ready, roll over on your side. Remember, you can stay there as long as you like. There's no need to rush up. I'm going to turn all the cameras off. Thank you for joining me.